Hi, I'm Dan Aubuchon, and welcome back to the Joy of Teaching Tennis. Thanks for all the comments that I got from all of you about the Listen, Observe, Teach series. The final hat that I was wearing during the Teach episode was from Bighorn Tennis Clinic. And student Pete McElroy bought these hats, and I don't know where Pete got them, but it's one of the nicest, most comfortable hats I've ever worn, so that's why I kept them. If you've been liking these, I hope you're hitting that like button, and please also subscribe. We've been stuck at the 98 subscriber level for quite a while now, and we hope to get over 100 soon. So I hope you'll like and subscribe. Today, we're going to talk about one of the two types of teaching. That's private lessons as opposed to group lessons. We're going to do some sessions on group teaching in a while, and I love group teaching. It's a lot of fun, and you can do many things. But the secret to private lessons is you can just create a great relationship. You really want to use the lot theory in private lessons. Really listen to the student, really observe them, and that way you'll get on their wavelength and you can start to make that private relationship. I think that in private lessons, you can make bigger and longer lasting improvements than in any other form of instruction. I know there's lots of instruction on YouTube, and I've resisted doing that because number one, I think a lot of it out there isn't very good. But number two, how do I know what you need as an individual? You know, the relationship of a private lesson cannot be duplicated online. You need to get with that person and see them and communicate with them, and then let yourself grow together. When Scott Cameron left to go to Tunisia, I talked about how what an ideal student he was because of the trust that had built up in our relationship. Now, I've been teaching Scott for, at least 10 or 15 years now. And I love the fact that you can make that impact. When we went to the recent BNP tournament, well, it's not so recent now, it's been quite a while, but when I made my trip back to the BNP, the thing that blew me away was running into a family from Camp Takaho and how the young man remembered the exact drills that we did in a lesson so many years ago. As a teacher, you know that there's nothing that can make you feel better than knowing that the student, you had that kind of lasting impact on a student, that they remembered what you had done with them in that lesson so long ago. So that's the idea of private lessons, is the relationship. Now, what I want you to always remember is that every lesson, group or private, but especially privates, we can forget this, every lesson should include fun, fitness, and knowledge. And you have to learn how your student learns and what they're really looking for. I had a great student of mine once who really didn't like how much I talked in the lesson. She wanted to hit more. She wanted to get a great workout in the lesson. And I tended to slip into the knowledge and talk too much. It was a legitimate complaint. So, and what constitutes fun for one person might not be as much fun for another person. For some people, learning and improving might be a lot of fun. For another person, competition, playing a game against the coach is where the fun comes from. But every lesson has to include fun, fitness, and knowledge. Now, you don't have to have them doing push-ups on court and running sprints, just as long as there's activity and movement, that it's not all talking or all standing and feeding. Make sure that you balance those three elements, and how you balance those three elements will come down to your relationship with that student. Some of the longest lasting friendships I have in my life grew out of private lessons that I had with students. I love it when I'm talking to an old student of mine, whether it was a coaching student or a playing student, and renew that communication and that relationship. So if you're a teacher in a private setting, use fun, fitness, and knowledge, and use the lot theory to build that great relationship with your student. I hope you're all enjoying these, and please, we'll see you again soon on the joy of teaching tennis.